Well, greetings, my siblings in Christ. I am Reverend Sonya E Williams, and I am the lead pastor of Rim Fellowship UCC in Atlanta, Georgia. And I am excited to take part in this special Advent season presentation. And I hope that something I say today will touch your heart as we move further into the season. I love the Advent season because for me, it speaks to love and justice and inclusion by reflecting on God's inclusive love. I love the way that the story shows through Christ's humble birth among the marginalized how we should be prompted to have compassion towards others, so that we should be challenging inequality and also helping to do our part to build a more just world. So I want to share a story with you because the sacredness of the Advent season, normally the air is thick with anticipation and excitement, but for me, it's not only about the twinkling lights or the Christmas carols, but I think that we are all waiting on a divine revolution of love to happen. A love that is so powerful that it destroys lines, the lines that we purposely and intentionally and sometimes unintentionally draw between us and them. And it replaces lines of divisions with circles of inclusivity instead. Why? Because love knows no borders. I'm reminded of a text, an unconventional encounter that happened over in Mark chapter 5, and it takes place out of the safe city limits of the Jews, where Jesus sailed across the Sea of Galilee, crossing physical and cultural lines of division to meet a man who had been living among the tombs, a man who had been tormented and bound by chains, ostracized and forgotten. His own community labeled him a Gerasene demoniac. And this story is more than just a story about healing, but it's a story about a radical act of divine justice and equality derived from love. So let's delve a little bit deeper into three things that I take away from this story that I want to share with you on today. The first thing is that love is the ultimate boundary pusher because it uplifts justice over the status quo. Jesus just didn't hang a help wanted sign outside the synagogue. No, he was radical. He kicked down the doors of social norms and he set up shop in the literal trenches of society. He found the outcast covered in spiritual grime that the polite society found contagious and untouchable. And he didn't see case studies in people, but he saw the souls of people that moved him to compassion. You see, as we are in this Advent season, let us be reminded that justice is not a political debate that we have in our cozy echo chambers, but justice is about getting our hands dirty on the rough edges of humanity. It's seeing those who have been written off, the forgotten, the undesirables, and demanding their dignity back. And so this Advent season, let us ask ourselves, when was the last time we traded our comfort zones for a little holy chaos? The second thing I like to point out that means a lot for me during the Advent season is that love is a revolutionary act. Love is a chain breaker, and love uplifts equality over exclusion. That poor Gerasene had more baggage on him than an airline during peak travel season. Yes, he was bound by literal chains for sure, but even more so, he was bound by the soul-crushing weight of societal and communal labels. He lived on the margins where they built an emotional border around him. They labeled him unfixable. But Jesus saw past that demon, quote, possessed man, that title that had been given him, and he saw a beloved child of God with a future. Equality isn't something that's up for negotiation. It's a divine mandate. God's love does not have asterisks or fine print. It's just simply radical acceptance for everyone. Yes, even that person who we find a little bit annoying, even when people sometimes behave in unfamiliar or maybe in unlovable ways, love is also for them. And so this Advent season, let us all think about which chains, whether visible or invisible, are we helping to forge or helping to break? The next thing that I believe that we can certainly glean from Advent season and from this story is that love is an accidental evangelist maker, because love shows action over apathy. You see, after healing the man, Jesus gave him the world's most epic mic drop assignment, if you will. He said, go home and spill the beans. Go home and run your mouth. In other words, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere what has been done for you through the radical act of love. This former resident of the wrong side of the tracks suddenly became the world's most authentic spokesperson. Why? Because love is not a private little feeling that we keep in our hearts like a secret crush in high school. No, love is a public testimony, an all caps declaration of freedom. We are all commissioned to use our newfound love and freedom not as something we just take and grab a hold for ourselves and chill in our homes with our friends with, but to fight like a warrior for the freedom of others. See, our testimonies are nothing more than a bunch of useless words if they do not demand to be shared as a tool of inspiration, motivation, liberation, and encouragement that uplifts others in society who find themselves stuck. And so I just want to remind us in this Advent season that love is a wondrous revolution. I want us to think this Advent as we prepare our hearts and our minds to celebrate the arrival of a king. Let us celebrate the arrival of a revolutionary king who ushers in revolutionary love, a revolutionary love movement. I call it loveology. Let us remember also the man by the tombs who found or had an encounter with this revolutionary love. He was a foreigner to his own people, but he found a home with Jesus. They say home is where the heart is, but home is also where love is. Love is revolutionary because love knows no borders. Because God, think about this, the God who is love has a heart that beats for everyone, everywhere, every time, all of the time. For in Christ there is no stranger, only family we have not yet embraced. In Christ there is no foreigner, only family members we haven't met yet. So may this Advent season be a testament to a love that is truly and sensationally and internally without borders. God bless you. Thank you for the opportunity for me to share what Advent means to me through the theme and the lens of love with no borders. I love each and every one of you with the love of Christ. And my prayer for you this Advent season is not only that you feel and embrace love unto yourselves, but you have the capacity to extend and give love to everyone you encounter, a love with no borders. God bless you. Have a wonderful, happy holiday, and we'll see you soon. God bless you.